A late afternoon NFC West battle with both teams trying to correct their course as the season reaches its turning point. San Francisco enters this matchup at 6 wins and 4 losses. Coming off a frustrating defeat to the Los Angeles Rams, Arizona sits at 3 wins and 6 losses, still fighting every week behind a roster built on effort more than stars. These teams met earlier in the season in a low-scoring defensive struggle, and the atmosphere in State Farm Stadium feels ready for another tense battle. Let's start with the quarterbacks. For San Francisco, Brock Purdy continues to be the engine of this offense. He has thrown for 586 yards this season, with 4 passing touchdowns, and while the numbers are not explosive, he has been efficient. His strength remains timing and rhythm throws, and his best stretches come when the pass protection keeps him clean. Across from him is Jacoby Brissett for Arizona. He has thrown for 1,118 yards with 8 passing touchdowns. Brissett is steady and deliberate. He avoids major mistakes, keeps the offense on schedule, and relies heavily on quick reads and tight end usage to move the chains. Now, the game matchup: San Francisco owns the #1 passing attack by yards per game, but Arizona quietly ranks 4th in third down conversion rate. Both defenses give up more than 340 yards per game, which opens space for long drives but not necessarily explosive scoring. And today's AI pick is under 48.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 2.
A heavyweight battle inside the NFC West with both teams sitting at 7 wins and 2 losses. The winner steps into the driver's seat of the division, and both offenses have been lighting up the league. Seattle enters with one of the highest scoring attacks in football, while the Rams continue to be one of the most efficient passing teams in the conference. SoFi Stadium is loud, the stage is set, and this matchup has the feel of a playoff preview. Let's start with the quarterbacks. For Seattle, Sam Darnold has stabilized this offense, throwing for 2,262 yards with 17 passing touchdowns. He has been decisive and accurate, especially on early downs, and he has built a strong connection with Jackson Smith-Njigba, who leads the team with over 1,000 receiving yards. On the other side, Matthew Stafford is putting together one of his sharpest seasons. He has thrown for 2,427 yards and 25 passing touchdowns. Stafford is reading defenses quickly, attacking one-on-one coverage, and benefiting from the reliability of Puka Nacua, who remains his most trusted target. Now the matchup itself. Seattle can score, but their passing defense allows over 216 yards per game. Los Angeles counters with a top-tier passing offense that ranks 2nd in the league. The Rams also hold opponents to just 17 points per game, one of the best defensive marks anywhere. Home field matters here, and the Los Angeles crowd creates problems for offenses built on timing. And today's AI pick is Rams -3. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 3.
A massive AFC West showdown at Mile High, where the stakes feel bigger than a regular season game. The Chiefs arrive at 5 wins and 4 losses, trying to regain momentum after an uneven stretch. The Broncos sit at 8 wins and 2 losses, playing some of the most resilient football in the league despite offensive inconsistency. Empower Field will be loud, cold, and unforgiving, and both teams know this meeting shapes the entire division race. Let's begin with the quarterbacks. For Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes leads the league in creativity and pressure management. He has thrown for 2,349 yards with 17 passing touchdowns, and he remains the most dangerous improviser in football. But the Chiefs enter this game without their starting running back, which places even more weight on Mahomes to carry the offense against one of the toughest defenses in the league. Across from him is Bo Nix for Denver. He has thrown for 2,126 yards with 18 passing touchdowns. Nix is steady, poised, and protected by a defense that consistently gives him short fields and manageable situations. His connection with Courtland Sutton sets the tone, and his mobility keeps drives alive when structure breaks. Now the matchup. Denver allows just 17.3 points per game, and they thrive in tight, physical contests. Kansas City's offense is explosive, but one-dimensional without a running threat. In a hostile environment, the Broncos' defense can slow down Mahomes and keep this game within a field goal. And today's AI pick is Broncos plus 3.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 4.
A bitter AFC North clash in Cleveland, where division games almost always turn into defensive battles. Baltimore enters this matchup with 4 wins and 5 losses. Fighting to stay alive in the playoff picture, Cleveland sits at 2 wins and 7 losses. But their record hides a defense that ranks near the top of the league in almost every category. Huntington Bank Field will be cold, loud, and unforgiving, and these two teams know exactly how much this game means. Let's begin with the quarterbacks. For Baltimore, Lamar Jackson has thrown for 1,249 yards with 15 passing touchdowns. He remains one of the most dangerous dual-threat players in football, and when he gets into rhythm, he can stretch a defense horizontally and vertically. His partnership with Derrick Henry creates a physical style of play that can wear opponents down late in games. Across from him is Dylan Gabriel for Cleveland. He has thrown for 869 yards with 7 passing touchdowns. Gabriel plays within the structure of the system, relying on quick decisions and timing throws. His connection with tight end Harold Fannin has been a bright spot in an offense that has struggled to find consistency. Now, the matchup itself, Baltimore can score, but they also allow over 380 total yards per game. Cleveland's defense gives up just 284 yards, making them one of the toughest home units in the league. This is where the spread finds its edge. In a division rivalry, with this kind of defensive strength, the Browns can absolutely keep this game inside a touchdown. And today's AI pick is Browns plus 7.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 5.
A primetime battle under the lights in Philadelphia, where 2 first-place teams collide with playoff seeding on the line. Detroit enters this matchup with 6 wins and 3 losses, powered by one of the most explosive offenses in the league. Philadelphia stands at 7 wins and 2 losses, winning games with resilience, defense, and timely scoring. Lincoln Financial Field is one of the toughest environments in football, and Sunday Night Football always raises the intensity. Let's begin with the quarterbacks. For Detroit, Jared Goff has thrown for 2,235 yards with 20 passing touchdowns and a 74% completion rate. He is efficient, decisive, and supported by a balanced running game led by Jahmyr Gibbs. When Goff has time, this offense is nearly impossible to slow, especially with Amon-Ra St. Brown dominating defenses with 8 receiving touchdowns. Across from him is Jalen Hurts for Philadelphia. He has thrown for 1,860 yards with 16 passing touchdowns and only 1 interception. Hurts remains dangerous both as a passer and a runner, adding over 200 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns to his season totals. His connection with Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert forces defenses to respect every level of the field. Now the matchup. Detroit has the better overall offensive numbers, but Philadelphia owns the stronger defense, allowing just 21.3 points per game. The Eagles thrive at home, and their defensive front matches up well against Detroit's run-heavy attack. With 80% of public money flooding toward the Lions, this becomes a critical spot where discipline matters. And today's AI pick is Eagles minus 2.5, will we cash or will we burn? On to the recap with Lilith.
Some nights whisper, other nights warn, but tonight, the games speak for themselves. In English, here are your 5 picks. 1. Under 48.5 in the 49ers versus Cardinals 2. Rams minus 3 against the Seahawks. 3. Broncos plus 3.5 against the Chiefs. 4. Browns plus 7.5 against the Ravens 5. Eagles minus 2.5 against the Lions. En español, sus selecciones de hoy. 1. Baja de 48.5 en 49 contra Cardenales 2. Carneros menos 3 contra los Halcones Marinos. 3. Broncos más 3.5 contra los Jefes. 4. Cafés más 7.5 contra los Cuervos 5. Águilas menos 2.5 contra los Leones. Like and subscribe. Will we cash or will we burn? Wer den Sturm sucht, findet den Blitz. He who seeks the storm will find the lightning.